Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to another breakout session with Coach Gene. So excited with another opportunity to provide tools to assist you with taking yourself out of a stressful state into a state of relaxation so that you can do what your body was designed to do, and that's heal itself. So that you're living in total opulence, that you're living in abundance because it's already surrounding you. It's just about having the tools and the know-how to actually receive and raise your vibration and be able to live in that moment. Today we're going to be talking about don't wait to be great. Don't wait to be great. So as we're preparing to talk, please go ahead and like and share and subscribe. Go ahead and push that like button as we get into that, because these algorithms help this positive word, inspiring word, and also tools to get out so that individuals are taking the opportunity to walk in their divine state, because it's there for everyone. It's just that sometimes we allow the stress and tensions of life to overwhelm us, and they don't have to. So anyway, we're just so excited about today's message. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Don't wait to be great. Don't wait, just be great. I was talking to a group of young men that I talk to on that I mentor and work with, and not only them but even myself. We get into these particular places, or we get to these certain let me say maybe a toll booth, or a certain time, a certain we get to a certain level, if I will, in our lives, and we're tested. And these particular states that we find ourselves, or these places of transition, can assist us to excel, or can actually work against us and cause us to experience life as usual. Density, boredom, guilt, frustration, going through the motions. And I want to challenge everyone that life doesn't have to be experienced like that, and that you can actually experience life as it is intended for you to experience each and every day, but it's going to require something of you. So what we were talking about were just different situations in what we were going through. One individual had a medical test that they were taking. Another individual was taking, another type of test. And then even myself, I'm in the midst of taking a test as well. So the first thing is that, and I think I mentioned it in my last talk, is that even after taking the test and getting the results, watch how you define the results of that test. Because if you didn't make a certain threshold, Western society has taught us, or the culture today around the world is giving you a pass or fail mark. And understand that at the center of your being, you are not a failure. And if you didn't get the score that was required for a certain threshold, the first thing that easily slips off of our tongue is, I failed. I failed. And I challenged the young men I was talking to. I said, so go ahead and say, I failed. And just feel the inside. Say it. I failed. I failed. Feel the vibrational frequency or energy of your body sink. That's being sensitive to your body's energy, right? And the vibration, because everything is vibration. Do you feel that? And then on the next go around or pass, go ahead and say, I made a successful attempt. I made a successful attempt, right? The same event, just you gave it different meaning. So instead of saying, I failed, you're saying, I made a successful attempt. Say it again with feeling, and just feel where your feeling state ends up. I made a successful attempt. Right? Different feeling. And that matters, that vibrational feeling or tone or frequency that you leave yourself with matters, related to what you are manifesting, what you are building in your life. I shared with them that it's not about the test more than how you feel about yourself before, during, and after the test. About who you are and your purpose. Right? This test, this event, this class, this performance should not define you. I shared with them that in this universe, and in this life, there has never been two fingerprints that have been the same. So if there are not two fingerprints that have not been the same, then why do we compare ourselves? Why do we put ourselves on scales as it relates to whether we have succeeded or not? I challenged them and shared with them that you don't have to compare your fingerprint to the next fingerprint, because there are no two that are alike. So instead of judging yourself or pulling yourself backwards or down as it relates to a pass or failing mark, always see yourself as someone that is emerging and expanding based on the experiencing that you're going through or that you're having. Even if the feeling is tumultuous or tension. Because even that word, tension, is a thing and is necessary, but it's how you define the tension. Some people might define it as confusion or weight or, I'm just, all of this confusion and frustration. Because either you put the frustration and the confusion there based on what seeds you've been planting or the way you've been treating other people, or maybe it's just the universe allowing you to go through a tumultuous or difficult situation to bring you up, to channel you into another timeline so that you can experience life in a different way, in a higher state, so that you can see what you're capable of doing. Either way, my challenge to these young men is that from week to week, I'm giving them the opportunity and providing them with the tools to how to take the cloak off and to experience life in its entirety and how the universe wants us to experience life. We have to take off these hoods that we're putting on and comparing ourselves and only experiencing life through one lens, whether you passed or failed. No. You are a success even before the test shows up or before you sit down to take the test or go through the trial. You're already a success. Don't judge or evaluate yourself based on the findings of this particular evaluation. There are no two fingerprints alike. All this evaluation is saying is that it's just giving you, I guess, this particular measure based on the test you're taking right there. It doesn't mean that you're bad or good. It just means that, you took this test and it's showing you the results at that moment, but it doesn't mean that you're successful or you're a failure. It's just giving you results. Now, if this is a test that you're trying to take and you're trying to pass it to go up another level in your company, or a driver's test, or a test to get your doctorates or masters, I don't care how many times you have to take this evaluation or this test, you're still successful. It's just that you're making successful attempts. Whether it's 3 times, 4 times, you're already a success. Because what you're going to provide for that industry or for that family or for that client, nobody else can do but you. So don't wait to be great. You're already great. Just be great. Receive it, accept it. We first had to deal with our fears surrounding why we even feel that way. Why do we even put ourselves in these constraints of, man, I gotta pass it? Why do we put all these pressures on ourselves? Sometimes we're putting these pressures on ourselves, or these limitations, or this fear has overtaken us, is because maybe this is something we brought from an experience when we were children. Maybe this was an experience that happened in another lifetime, another time continuum, passed down from another relative, maybe at birth. All these emotional, vibrational, and frequencies, we don't know where we've picked it up. Maybe it was in another past relationship. But these frequencies do not have to define us. And so I was trying to share with them how to unravel these particular feelings, these particular frequencies, and attune to their divine nature. And that's why we go to through these classes or these meetings day by day or week by week, so that they can attune to their divine frequency as being energetic, amazing beings. A lot of times we don't feel our feelings of being great, existing to be great all the time, is because we get caught up into these dense states because we're not balanced. We're not balanced because we do not see life through the 3 aspects of our mental state, our existing state of execution, and then our energetic state. We're only experiencing life through 2 facets, through our minds and through our bodies as we execute, right? But we don't experience life energetically from what we feel and understand ourselves, the true meaning of life through our hearts, through our inner universe. We're unsuccessful at being able to tap into the expansiveness of what the universe has to offer, because we're always dealing within our mind and our bodies, which is necessary, because being in this third dimension, being in this life, we have to experience it through our mind. We have to educate ourselves. We have to execute the education. But when it's about expanding our education and the daily practices as energetic beings, being vibrational beings, divine beings, then we're actually experiencing life to its fullest. I asked him, I said, have you ever heard about a millionaire who has everything that he or she could ever want or have, but still be in density, still be experiencing life as being frustrated or not having enough, or just being delusional or depressed? But you have millions of dollars. You have all of this success. It's because we don't have substance. We're only dealing with life from the physical form and from the mental form, but not the energetic or heartfelt form. We're only dealing in two perspectives, and not an inward universal perspective. We don't have a correct alignment and balance. We don't have a correct alignment. We're not balanced. In order to have a correct alignment and balance, in order to not wait and to be great now, is to understand how to live life through celebrating our mental facilities, our physical facilities, and our energetic or vibrational or spiritual frequencies, all at the same time, having a balance. To understand that tension is a part of the process of experience abundance. It's all maybe not the same thing, but the experience of them all lets you know that you're alive and well. You're nervous as you're taking the test or before you take the test, but that's energy is just sharing with you that you're alive and you're well. That nervousness is a part of the human experience, but it doesn't have to define you. So you learn how to do certain breath exercises so that this nervous energy can equip you to be optimal and be your best. And you learn how to breathe through and accept the emotional feelings, and you show up and you just get into the zone because of the preparation that you've placed into this examination or this test. Life is a test. A test for you to remember your divinity. But if you're here taking this test, always thinking about what happened yesterday or what happened in the past or what could happen, you'll never be able to experience the present beauty, grandeur, abundance that life has to offer you right now, because at this present moment, each and every one of your needs are met. At this point, right now, you are great. And the tool that I'd like to leave with you on this particular session is to find out ways that you can build up your energetic frequency. For me, and what I teach is expanding your frequency through breath work, meditation, having an indigenous exercise or an internal exercise that will align the mind, the body, and the breath, so that you're opening up your chakras or opening up your meridian channels to have energy to flow freely through you, to maintain balance. Not just health, but also wellness. And it might look different for everyone, but it's going to take some movement. Internal movement, mental movement, external movement. Sometimes our internal movement is frozen or inflamed. It shows up as inflammation that eventually shows up as a dis-ease, a mental or emotional dis-ease, and then eventually shows up as a physical manifestation of some disease, hypertension, fibromyalgia, diabetes. So our internal state is very important. So while you're moving your mental state and moving your physical state, understand the process of moving your internal state and vibrating at your highest frequency and not getting stuck. The cells within your body do not have to be immobile. The cells within your body need to move freely. Your metabolism needs to flow because those cells have to communicate with one another in order to fire off for you to experience life at its fullest. Because your cells are designed to transmit and communicate with one another in energetic frequencies, electrical frequencies, and chemical information, electrical and chemical information. They can't do that if you're inflamed with fear, inflamed with sugar, processed food. And so it's going to require you to practice, to have a daily practice, a balanced daily practice. And again, those are going to come into forms of an internal work, a physical work, and a mental work. That is the tool for today. And if you need assistance, please visit We Build Legacy, set up an appointment with Coach Gene, and I'd love to mentor you on helping you build your frequency, build up your frequency, build up your feeling state, expand it as it relates to what the universe wanted you or wants you to experience daily. So with that, I hope you enjoyed today's session. Don't wait to be great. Be great right now, because you put in the work for the daily test of life, of constantly experiencing abundance, because it's all around you. You just got to know how to bring it in and not compare yourself and have a hood over your life. Take the hood off and experience the grandeur that life has to offer you. But it's going to cost you to having a daily experience, a balanced daily experience as a practitioner and energetic being. You can't just live the life through one lens, can't just live it through the mental lens. You can't live it just through the physical lens. You also have to invite the internal lens into this balance so that you can identify with your true state of beauty, opulence, abundance. Be great, be intentional, and above all things, please be authentically you. Have an amazing day.